We will move on to our 6.2, presentation of proclamation designating the month of October 2022 as Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month in Lake County. And Vice Chair Pyska will be presenting this item.
And do I have anybody here for this? I don't think I do. Oh, you do? Oh, great. Yay. Oh, wonderful. Then come on up. Yeah. So Board of Supervisors, County of Lake, State of California proclamation designating the month of October 2022 as Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month in Lake County. Whereas pregnancy and infant loss is more common than we realize, it is estimated in the United States that 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage, and 1 in 72 pregnancies end in stillbirth, and 1 in 200 infants die before their first birthday. And whereas many Lake County parents and families have suffered a miscarriage, a stillbirth, or the death of an infant during delivery or shortly after birth, and such a terrible loss is often not recognized. And whereas Lake County wishes to acknowledge the profound grief experienced by families who suffer the death of a small child, infant, or preterm baby, and whereas even the shortest lives are valuable, and the grief of those who mourn the loss of those lives is significant. And whereas the 15th day of October is recognized in the United States and around the world as a day of remembrance and awareness of pregnancy and infant loss, when supporters honor these losses by lighting a candle at 7 p.m. Whereas increased awareness of the causes and impacts surrounding pregnancy and infant loss may lead to greater understanding, support, and resources in communities across Lake County. And whereas recognizing Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month and Remembrance Day would enable the people of Lake County to consider how, as individuals and communities, they can meet the needs of bereaved mothers, fathers, and family members, and work to prevent the causes of these deaths. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the Board of Supervisors do hereby proclaim October 2022 as Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month in Lake County, California, and encourage parents, caregivers, and all residents to become educated in opportunities to prevent pregnancy and infant loss and support bereaved families when prevention is not possible. Passed and adopted this 4th day of October 2022. So obviously this is not a fun topic to discuss, but it's a reality, it's part of our lives. And I've shared this before, but I've lost multiple pregnancies and my first daughter was stillborn. So this is really important to me to build the community here so that we have resources and support for these families. And I'm honored to be here to be able to push this work forward. So I want to pass it on to you.
Well, thank you guys for taking the time to acknowledge this. I'm Jacqueline with Motherwise, and this is Leah with Motherwise as well, Leah Miranda. And we came in support of this for one. Every year we do, well, maybe there wasn't last year, I'm not sure, but COVID, an annual, we participate in the Wave of Light. So we have a ceremony on October 15th. It's international, so we don't set the date. It's always October 15th. And at 7 p.m., we invite families, if they can't join us in person, to, at home, light a candle. You leave it going till 8 o'clock, and it will literally be a wave of light across the world for all the families participating as the time zones change. So it's quite beautiful in symbolic meaning. But we have in town, we've always done it very small, and this year's a little bit bigger. We're going to be at Library Park on October 15th. We're going to have some refreshments and really create a place of healing and hope for these families. I myself have not experienced a loss like that, so I can't put myself in your shoes. I did lose my mother, and there's that bond, so I can attribute to that a little bit. But we really want it to be an intimate, very healing, helpful event. So what day of the week is it, Saturday? Saturday, October 15th, starting at 6 to 8 p.m. at Library Park will be the Wave of Light, and we're partnering with Hospice on that. We are really making a push to identify all the families each year experiencing loss because they come to us in different places, whether it be the birthing center, public health, and so the mortuary, I hate to say it, but this is the reality. So we're really working to partner so none of these moms fall through the cracks and they can get that support after. So that's what we're hopeful for. And do you want to say anything? No. All right, I think that's everything. And I did want to go on what Lisa said. Open our hearts and our minds. You know, even if you haven't experienced a loss like this, hundreds. I mean, we work with over 2,000 moms in Lake County a year, and I know hundreds of them have experienced this at some point, whether it's this year, last year, or the years before. And all of those previous losses, every time you're pregnant again, that hurt and that grief comes back. So we just want to make sure they always know they have support with hospice and with us if they just need the little support.
I love hearing this because we've come a long way in this support, and I think we can always work together to improve. But this is really significant. It wasn't this way back for me, so I'm happy to hear this, and I'm hoping that there's going to be a significant push on social media so we can reach all these people, and we're happy to share it on our County of Lake page, and I could share it personally too because it's we've got to reach these families because it's so isolating and it's such a difficult time and get everybody together. So thank you so much, and please take the proclamation.
I'll just add. You can find it on social media on the Motherwise Facebook page. There's an event page that's getting shared and flyers are going, and it's all coming together quickly, but it's together. And so just check there and you'll see it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Ready? Okay.
Is there any other comments from the board?
No, I think Jessica did a great job.
Yeah, good job. Is there anyone from the public that would like to speak on this? All right, not seeing any hands in Zoom, and so we'll move on to our next item.